What's going on, everybody? Just wanted to come at you with another video. Today I'm actually going to be talking about perception, and more specifically the way we perceive ourselves in relation to other people. To make this short and simple, let's just imagine that you perceive yourself right here. Some people above you, some people below you. Now, most people, in my opinion, they don't want to do any work, okay? If they can get away with not doing anything at all to feel better about themselves, that's what they're going to do. So the way we do this, a lot of people will perceive themselves here, and they look for people below them that they perceive to be underneath them. I call these the "at least I'm not like that" kind of people. So basically, a lot of folks will find people that they perceive to be below them, and that boosts their validation. They get a self-confidence boost. They go, well, I'm above them. At least I don't rob people or pass out in the alleyway. At least I'm not hooked on crack. At least I don't murder people. These kind of things. And with social media, it's super easy to find those people. And a lot of times we point at people and say, at least I didn't do that. I would never do that. And that gives you an instant self-confidence boost or a self-validation boost, so that you don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything at all. You don't have to change. If you can find people that you perceive to be worse than you, morally or even in your life, their situation is worse than yours, people can derive instant validation from that and feel good about themselves. That's one way. The other thing that people often do is they see people that they perceive are above them, and remember I said that a lot of people will take the easy path. Instead of rising to that challenge, say, hey, I want to be there. Or what they do is I don't like that person being there, so they try to drag them down and sabotage. They bring everyone back down to their level so they don't have to feel bad. Because let's say that you perceive yourself right here and you perceive everybody else above you, there's no one below you, that makes you feel like shit. These are people that feel like shit all the time, from their own way of looking at things, okay? They perceive themselves to be of lesser value socially or whatever than other people, and that's a terrible feeling. So let me make this one last point real clear. I'm going to illustrate it again from this point. Let's say that you are here and you have a friend that you perceive to be completely equal than you. What a lot of people will do, let's say your friend is enterprising and they try to increase their station or their own situation or whatever, a lot of people, instead of encouraging their friend and be like, oh, good job, dude, I'm rooting for you, they perceive that as a threat to their self-validation. And instead of doing the work as well to stay in line with their friend, the easiest thing is to drag your friend back down to this level. You hold your friend back. It's the crabs in the bucket thing. So look that up, crabs in a bucket. That's like this concept. If you put a bunch of crabs in a bucket, the crabs will be they can climb up the side of the bucket, and instead of letting a crab escape, they will drag that crab back down, because they're all just scrambling. And anyway, the whole point for me is in saying this, I didn't script this one out, so if it feels rambling, that's why. The whole point for me bringing this up is to think about your perception, how you perceive yourself in relation to other people, and watch for the times when you do the easy thing. Okay? Instead of holding people back below you, because that's a really easy thing for people to do too. We pretend to like them and we pretend to be on their side while we secretly or unconsciously hope that they don't improve their station. That's called false out. Like, that's being a false ally. Malcolm X actually talked about that. So don't do that. Don't drag other people down because you're intimidated or envious or whatever. Encourage everybody. Encourage everyone. You have to learn to recognize when your self-esteem, when you're allowing your need for approval and validation to get in the way of other people's success, okay? And don't let it get in the way of your success. Stop trying to perceive everything as being above or below or whatever. Just reset your mind and say, you know what? Everybody deserves to be lifted up, okay? Including yourself. So, again, I didn't script this out. This is totally impromptu, but I wanted you to think about those things. Your perception of yourself in relation to other people can impact your actions. If those actions harm other people, or don't be selfish about it. Because a lot of times we take the easy path and we look for ways to fuck other people to lift ourselves up. You don't need to do that. Okay? That's all for today. Come check me out on Patreon. I'll post the link down there. Yeah.